What's up, y'all? Welcome to LaRue's Room. Hey, you got Mamba Stapes and MG. Hey, another episode of boxing. MG, we got a big weekend, bro. Big weekend.
We got a medium-sized weekend.
You don't think it's big for PBC? They've been out for what? A month?
Yeah, that ain't yeah, medium size.
I
It,
only say big because PBC, we ain't got enough from them this year, bro. We ain't had
we
enough.
got a medium-sized weekend that could set up a big weekend later.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Two potential big fights on the horizon for sure.
Yeah,
Um, we're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see. Hey,
let's get to it
so
then.
Saturday night, bro, we got Caleb Plant. He's headlining the card. We got Jermall Charlo. He's co-main as well. And then we got Kyron Davis. We're gonna start with Kyron and his opponent, Hernandez. What's your thoughts,
Also,
bro?
shout out Curmel Moton is he's gonna win. We don't need to talk about that one because he's
We
gonna clean bro
K-
up.
Curmel is gonna win by stoppage for sure.
Yeah,
Probably under 5 rounds for sure too.
he is going to clean bro up, and that's fine. But like I said, we don't gotta talk about that. Uh, Only 18 though. Shout out to bro. We're on the Kyron Davis, Yoenli Hernandez fight. Kyron Davis, solid boxer, not an untouched boxer. He has three
Uh-uh.
losses, one draw on on the resume. Um, he won his last three fights, so he is came back from the Benavidez loss and
Very
is on the
well.
up and up.
He's looked very good too.
He's on the up and up. Two 8 round fights that went the distance and a 10 round one that went the distance. So he's boxing. He's boxing his
Yes.
way to the distance after getting KO'd by or TKO'd by Benavidez. So I mean he has a Cuban opponent in front of him with Yoenli Hernandez. And Yoenli Hernandez is
7-0, seven knockouts.
seven professional fights at the moment. He's fighting out of a province, Rhode Island, but he is a Cuban fighter, like I said. Damn, man. And everyone he's knocked out. So he's going up against a boxer. Now, a boxer that's way more experienced in terms of amount of bouts. So does he still get his KO streak? Does he keep his KO streak
Nah,
against Kyron Davis?
bro.
Probably fucking not.
Against Kyron, you got to prove that shit, bro. Especially if you've seen these styles, you've seen Benavidez, you've seen Elijah Garcia, which he's on the come up too. Like you've seen all this shit, bro. Like you got to prove it to me. I know you done
Yeah,
fought,
yeah.
seven guys and you got seven knockouts, but caliber of opponent, who have you fought? You know what I mean? So
That's true. He ain't seen anybody that's got a pedigree on him. He's
yeah,
getting these guys out of here, fifth round, 8 round, second round.
he's doing what he's
It's all
supposed
over
to.
the place.
He's doing what he's supposed
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But personally, bro, if I don't even think it's. I think it might be a wash, bro. Like I think Kyron might win damn near every round if he sticks to the game plan. Shout out to Breadman. Breadman is one of the best trainers in the game right now, bro. But if he sticks to the game plan, he could really wash his opponent. No problem.
How do you think Washington get him out of here or just to the
Nah,
distance?
nah. Just out box the shit out of him. You know,
Okay.
every round, bro. He'll probably fight off the back foot every once in a while. He might come forward, but he just gonna outbox him, bro. He's gonna outclass him in every way, every round.
So you think it's gonna go the distance?
Yes, 100%, 100%,
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Just kind of like how we did on our last boxing show. Which hit by the way. So we're
Yeah,
gonna try to keep it two for two on the parlays. We're gonna ignore a lot of the early fights because not a lot of good value there.
facts.
Uh Yoenli and Kyron Davis to go over the rounds that is set at is 8.5. That means that they have to start the ninth round for the bet to hit. For those that don't know, that's what I'm looking at for that fight. I think we both agree that it's going to go the distance. I usually like to target Cuban fighters to go the distance, even though dude's a knockout artist, but he hasn't fought anyone. Just how their style goes, they like to move around a lot traditionally. So you usually think that, and they're usually well conditioned. So you think they're going to go those later rounds off of that and
Facts.
movement.
Facts.
So if you're taking a boxer versus someone that potentially likes to move around a lot because of Cuban style, I think that's a recipe for the over. You could also take fight to go the distance. If you want to add a little bit more to that. Because it's minus 185 for the fight to go over the rounds. I like to play it safe, especially in parlays. But if you're feeling frisky, fight to go the distance is minus 140. If you don't want to eat as much as that minus 185 juice. But if you in a parlay like we about, if you taking it straight, take that to go the distance. If you parlaying like we about to do, also parlays are the devil. It's all
Facts.
good. We doing it because fuck it. Straight bet over parlays. We could do another show on betting later. That's not what today is. It's about boxing and betting.
Facts.
You got,
Facts.
but
Facts.
we taking that minus 185 over 8.5 rounds. If you have it on your books, that's the way we leaning on this fight. Um, that's how we
And
looking at it.
MG to support that too, bro. Like Yoenli, I don't know if he's conditioned to go 10 rounds, bro. I don't think so. I don't think he's like if
Yeah.
you coming in there like I'm about to stop him, I'm about to continue the streak, which I think he said that in the press conference yesterday. I
Okay.
don't. Sorry, bro. I'm not a believer. I'm not. Show me something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Now that
I,
could pose problems if he's not ready to go those full 10 rounds.
I
But
don't think so. He's never been taken there.
yeah, he's made it to 8. That's the longest he's gone. So, but I'm thinking more of he gonna get in there and realize he got a boxer. He's gonna settle in. I think it's still gonna go over those 8.5 rounds personally. So that's where we
Who you
leading with that one.
who you picking? Winner wise, money line. Who you picking?
I mean, if it's gonna go the distance, then Kyron Davis is gonna win because that the way his fighting style lends him to get it. If it doesn't go the distance, that's probably because Kyron got knocked out. So
Yeah.
that's the way I'm looking at it. And buddy, Yoenli, I hope I'm not pronouncing the name wrong, but Yoenli is what I see. Is keeping that streak alive. So
Right.
it's the way I look. I mean, if I think Kyron Davis is gonna win, then it's gonna go the distance. And if that's what I'm betting, then that's what I'm saying. And Kyron
I'm in.
Davis, yeah.
I'm in.
Now Kyron
I'm in.
Davis is the underdog, though.
He is.
That's
He
something
is.
we have not talked about. Kyron Davis is the underdog at plus 450. So Vegas is thinking that knockout streak is going to continue. So that's a crazy part. Now you could talk a little bit more about that.
Well, Vegas has been wrong a lot this year. And
Yeah,
from what I've seen from Kyron Davis, man, like he's got a hell of a toolbox, bro. Pause. Hell of a toolbox, but I don't know, bro. I don't see him getting stopped by a guy like this. I mean, he's been in there with David Benavidez, so he's got the rounds, he's got the experience. So I don't see it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think there's gonna be
Well,
any fear at all. And Breadman is one of the best in the game right now, bro. Like
so
that's
do you
hard.
like that? So do you like that plus 450 with Kyron Davis as the winner?
I do, I do, I do, I do.
Y'all want to get frisky? Y'all heard it there.
Jermall Charlo, give it to me, bro. What's
Yeah.
up?
He ain't been in the ring, man. It's a lot of ring rust he's facing. He hasn't fought since November 2023, which isn't a crazy amount of ring rust, but it is a full year and some change. That's a year and 6 months now, right?
Especially at this level, bro. Especially at this level, it's can't
Yeah.
do it. And you want to fight Caleb Plant
And
later in the
he's
year, bro?
he's I don't know, man. He's how old is Charlo?
Charlo should be 35,
He's
34.
so if you in your mid 30s, man, you taking this time off, trying to get back to it, man. Let's just
Too
talk
much
about his
time.
opponent. Yeah. He's fighting Cornflake out of New
Right.
Jersey.
Okay.
39-5 though. 39-5. 46 professional fights, man.
Yeah,
He's been around. He's been around.
he's been
Uh,
around, but I'm concerned about the level of fighter that he's been facing and what he is currently. And he's
five
towards the end of
losses.
his career.
5 losses. He hasn't lost since a first round knockout to Lara. And I don't usually count those fights because of first round knockouts. So anything could happen. You know what I mean? You could
I
call it a
mean,
crazy punch.
yeah, but like watching some of his highlights, I mean, he's a come forward fighter. Obviously, I think you know he's there to be hit. So I really think the first round KO that he received, he was there to be hit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I don't really see a high guard
absolutely.
from him. I don't see too much of a high guard from him. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen a sample size where I can say, okay, like he's getting stopped like in round 5 by Charlo. I don't know yet.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
just, I,
I, I think it's tough to predict the stoppage because of the rust, man. Like
yeah,
just like just like the series of shitty fights we got weeks ago. You saw the ring rust that Devin Haney endured, even though his was a little different after enduring a stoppage and punishment. But that rust is real, man. Like
real,
on the flip
bro.
side, I mean, you could talk about the same fight but different fighter. Ryan Garcia, rust, man. Being out in the ring for a while, man, is especially at that age. He's older than both of them,
Yeah,
so at that age, you just hope that your body worked the same when it's supposed to work the same. You know what I mean?
and that's the tough part, bro. Because usually it's not. I mean, and not to mention the shit outside of the ring, bro. Whether it's the lifestyle, the drinking, whatever the fuck it was, we don't
Yeah,
know.
he was fighting demons. He was fighting demons outside the ring too, but everybody do, so I ain't gonna kick him about it. But it's he fighting, so you got to talk about it. It's
Right.
he gotta get back to the Charlo that we knew, but at the same time, he got to get back to just being a boxer. So
Well, and
it's
I don't know if you know, but he went back to his old trainer. He's not with Ronnie Shields anymore for this fight. So
okay, okay,
I think he senses that, but I don't know. We don't know. We don't know, bro. At this point, we don't.
yeah.
We just gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out.
That's what we gonna do too. So that's why we've been talking. So I don't want to harp on it, but odds are in his favor to win.
Yeah.
Uh, it's looking like minus 1,400 for him to win. Over in rounds, like I said, it's a lot of ring rust, man. I like those over in rounds. It's over 8.5 rounds. I think even if he gets him stopped, I think it's gonna happen in the later rounds, not early. I mean, like I said, he fighting off some rust. I know he fighting what we think could be a scrub, but that
I don't
scrub
even
been
think.
fighting.
I don't even think LaManna's a scrub for real.
Yeah,
I don't think that. I just think there's levels to it, and I feel like when you got a guy like Charlo who's been at the top like for a long time. Granted, he's
yeah,
got a lot. I mean, he ain't been in the ring for a year and 6 months or whatever. But I just feel like
mm-hmm,
it's different, bro. I feel like it's different. It's hard to
yeah,
like. I could see if he was fighting like Jose Benavidez, like LaManna. Like if he was fighting that, that might be a good fight. But
yeah, for sure, for sure,
it's
for
just
sure.
levels, man, and I just think he's there to be hit. Styles
Yeah,
match. Um,
hmm
I don't know, bro, but odds wise, like what are you encouraging at this point?
I'm leaning because of the uncertainty of him being out of the ring, man. I just think it either goes the distance or it just goes a while before a quote unquote stoppage happens, man. So I think Charlo's ultimately going to get the win because they need that for the next fights. But good for the narrative. Fight to go the distance is plus 105 if you're trying to get frisky. But for
I'm
me,
taking that.
I like the over in rounds, over 8.5 rounds. To be safe, it's 12 round fight. Uh Fight to go to this is only plus 105. So you only and over 8.5 rounds is minus 115. So like you only biting a little bit of juice. I'm taking I'm taking that over 8.5 rounds to keep myself safe. If I want to get frisky, I definitely think that fight's going the distance.
I
100% think
agree.
that fight's going the distance.
And and
Uh
and to be honest, I'm gonna paint a picture, a real quick picture. I think Jermall Charlo. I give him like 4 or 5 rounds. He'll probably look good. He'll probably look good to the point where he might even fuck around and say, "Yo, you know what? Let me get some rounds in, bro. Let me get some rounds
yeah.
in. We'll go 12, make some
Yeah.
money." I'll make some money. Like, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Kind of like the Tio fight where he just
Yeah,
kind of was a showman.
yeah,
But like it's either that or it looks like the Haney fight where because of the time out, he's like trying to figure out his timing and stuff like that, and and
yeah.
and, and if he still got it. So that is another reason why both of those, if either one of those happen, that lends to it going the distance.
It does. That just makes it more intriguing, though, as a boxing fan. Like, what are we gonna
Yeah.
see from Charlo? You know?
Yeah, the unknown is the best part about that fight. Like I'm not, it's obviously not the opponent. I'm not trying to shit on him. We glad to have Charlo back, but he fighting somebody we aren't particularly looking forward to him fighting. But after
Right.
a year and a half off, I don't expect him to fight somebody that we're looking forward to fight.
Nope.
So
Nope. It would have been
that's how
stupid
I
for him.
feel about it.
It would have been stupid for him to come back to fight Plant, anyways. To be honest with you,
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
get it done up.
Who's been a little bit more active than him, so that was out of the question. So I think it's gonna go to the distance, and I think Charlo's gonna get the win. That's how I
Well,
feel
let's
about
go.
it. And you could even do that if you get frisky with that one. Jamal Charlo by decisions plus 130.
Okay.
So if you trying to instead of that plus 105, if you're trying to get some plus 130 action on that, that's kind of how we're feeling about that fight.
Well, let's go straight into the next fight, bro. Caleb Plant and Resendiz. What's up?
Mr.
Jose
Caleb
Resendiz.
Plant, headliner. So
Well deserved.
man,
Well
yeah,
deserved.
yeah, yeah. He he's been paying his dues. That McCumbee fight, though nobody expected a lot of McCumbee, his last fight, ended up being very, very entertaining.
Yes.
Just because of Trevor McCumbee's style. Do we see the same type of entertainment tonight with Resendiz? Or tonight, sorry, Saturday night. I'm not sure when y'all gonna be able to see this. We'll just say Saturday. Do we see the same level of entertainment? That implies a knockdown. That's the reason why we was entertained.
I don't know if
So,
Caleb Plant is gonna get knocked down, but I think Caleb Plant might put him down once or twice.
okay, okay. Now, Resendiz has uh he has been knocked out, knocked down ish. It was a stoppage. I won't say knocked out. It was a stoppage. Um, late stoppage. And looking at that fight, me and you both took a look at the highlights of the fight, and it looked like his footwork leaves a lot to be desired. He's there to
Yes.
be hit,
Yes.
and Caleb Plant doesn't lack in that footwork department. So it's looking like it's gonna be just like that fight where he got knocked out with the late stoppage, but I don't see him getting knocked down to get knocked out. I see him it'll be in because he just seems like he even though he's there to get hit, he takes hella punches.
He does, bro. But like the difference between in the fight that we watched was Elijah Garcia. The difference between Elijah Garcia and Caleb Plant is hand speed,
Yeah,
precision, all those things. And I think Caleb Plant is going to use different angles too. I think he's capable of
yeah.
doing all that. So I feel like he's going to beat him up for the first few rounds, and then at
Hmm.
that point, it just might be lights out, bro. It could be an
For
early
sure.
night, but it very well could go 12. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing with Caleb playing. It's like he had the biggest knock on him for a while, being that he can't go the later distances in these fights. Uh, he didn't have to, and like he didn't have to go the full fight with McCumbee because he got the knockdown after McCumbee got his eye split open. But man, like even his knockouts are like 9 and above. Last two knockouts were around 9. So if you think bro gonna knock him out and you want some funny shit to bet on, see if he can keep that. If you think if he's gonna get the knockdown, bet that round 9 knockout or
I
round 9 stoppage.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it
If you
whatsoever.
trying to get funky with it,
I might put in a hey. I'm not
sprinkle
doing a
on that.
parlay on that one, but I am gonna do
Sprinkle
it.
on that one.
I'm gonna
Sprinkle
sprinkle
on
it
that one.
straight. I'm gonna
Sprinkle
sprinkle it
on that
straight
one.
on that shit, boy.
Last two knockouts were, or last two stoppages were the ninth round. Sprinkle on that if you a superstitious betting man.
I
Uh,
Y'all know I'm a Caleb Plant fan, bro. Like he gon' it's gonna be a wash either way. Like he's going to win regardless, bro. I
He's an
don't see.
entertaining fighter.
He's an entertaining fighter. He's not going to take anybody lightly. He never does. And he's never going to count his chicken before he gets to it, bro. Like, he's not.
Yeah,
Yes, he sees Jermall Charlo in the future. But, like, for this weekend, bro, he's got one opponent and he's focused. He's focused and ready to
yeah.
go.
And if he approaches it like that, I think we get the same fight where, like I said, his opponent Resendiz got knocked out a few fights ago, and I well, knocked. I won't say knocked out. That's placed a lot on
He
bro.
got,
Where he
he got
gets
stopped.
stopped. Where he
He
gets
got stopped.
stopped. Where the dude is way more active, has better footwork than him, and stops him, and puts together combinations well. So Caleb Plant is good. Checks all those boxes. So you can see the fight going kind of similar. If you think that's how it's gonna go, take that Caleb Plant by knockout. Um, because you ain't gonna be able to play that straight up with Caleb playing winning because that is
Nah.
a minus 2,500. So you're gonna have to get
Yeah.
creative with it. You know what I mean? I personally think it's gonna go over 9.5 rounds. Um, I think that dude can take a punch. I think Caleb Plant can deliver a punch, but I
Yeah.
think the Caleb Plant isn't gonna deliver that type of punch. And if it does, I think it's gonna be a war of attrition where it builds up and I see it going over 8.5. But the bet that I'm actually looking at is it's like a fight special on DraftKings, and it is Caleb Plant to win in under 1.5 knockdowns. I think that Caleb Plant does have the combinations he could put together for this dude. I just have a feeling that the dude could take a punch long enough to where the time he gets knocked down is going to be on that last when they stop it. I don't think it's going to be a knockdown, a knockdown, a knockdown fight. I think it's going to be a fight that goes the distance, so I think it's going to be under 1.5,
So
personally.
you think it's going to look like, or it's going to look similar to the Trevor McCumbee fight?
Yeah, I think it's going to look similar to the McCumbee fight where you got a dude who could take a punch, who is going to take those punches, but at the same time, give some back in those exchanges where Caleb Plant's gonna have to respect it a little bit. I don't think he's gonna get knocked down like the McCumbee fight, but even if that happens, I still think it's gonna be in that realm. Only one knockdown happened, so I'm saying that I think if you take those two dudes' last fights, that's the recipe. Those two fights were well, that wasn't Resendez's last fight, but last fight against some competition.
Right. Right.
Let's put it like that. And that's how I'm feeling. So that's the bet that I like the most in there is Caleb Plant to win, less than 1.5 knockdown, or the over in rounds. Those are the two bets I like the most.
I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that. I safe bet is going to be Caleb Plant by decision, but
Yeah.
we're gonna see. And
Yeah,
I know you like.
if you want to go safe, if you want to, and that's safe, but that's saying that the over in rounds is gonna happen, right? So,
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
uh, uh, if that's how you rocking with it, you know what I mean? Caleb Plant by decision plus 180. Caleb Plant by KO, TKO, DQ minus 210. If you like Caleb Plant by decision, that's plus 180. That's where you're gonna get that money at.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we're looking at.
Hey, bro. Any last words, man? Any last words? Tank coming up. We got some news coming up with PBC this week. I'm sure. So,
Yeah,
any
yeah,
last words?
should be. My last words is, man, I just hope boxing picks back up a little bit. It's been a little uh last few weeks has been, entertaining but not big fights. We got what, Keyshawn Davis coming up.
Next week.
Uh,
Next week.
yep, got Keyshawn Davis coming up next week. I guess if we talk strictly this card, I would be curious to see. I mean, I guess next steps we can kind of. Do you think we're gonna get Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant this year?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay,
I think we got a better shot at getting Caleb Plant and either Berlanga or Mangia before we get Charlo.
okay, okay.
I just got a weird suspicion, bro. PBC has this way of they'll say they want to do something, but they just don't do it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? The only
for
time
sure.
we've gotten something that we've actually said, "Oh, okay," like yeah, like they did just talk about that, and that's Tank and Roach too. That's the only time we've got something
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we've been
yeah.
wanting again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And
So
I mean, we'll see if we make it. I hope we make it to that. Let's put it like that. I just,
yeah,
I hope that fight actually happens.
I hope it happens too. And I mean, we'll discuss more, but I got Tank, bro. I got Tank, obviously.
I'll reveal my prediction once we start talking about it a
No,
little
fact,
more. I need
fact.
it formally announced.
Hey,
So
we got to. Hey, GT, when you see this, bro, we gotta have you back, bro. It's that time. It's that time,
for
bro.
sure, absolutely for sure.
Hey,
I've been
until
peeping
then,
him.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I've been peeping him, man, in his training, man. I want to get out there for some, you know. I got some ops I gotta take care of. I'm kidding. Okay.
Nah, hey,
I fuck.
hey, GT been in his bag, bro. He been in
I
his
want to make
bag.
sure it's a thorough. I'm kidding. But yeah,
I'm weak. I'm weak.
for
Nah,
sure.
hey,
But yeah, looking
look,
forward to
y'all.
the fights. I will be tuned in.
Hey, we'll be tapped in, bro. If y'all need anything from us at all, man, any betting advice, hit us all on social media. LaRue's Room, TikTok, YouTube,
Don't hit
Instagram.
me up. I'm not helping none of you niggas. I'm kidding. I'm kidding again. Hit me up as much as you need to.
Hey, we're gonna catch y'all next week and we're gonna break down this Keyshawn Davis fight, bro. Peace.